What is up, Western North Carolina? This is Brian over here at Ken Wilson Ford, and today I'm just going to take hopefully just a few minutes to do a little bit of a walk around and tour of this 2019 Ford Ranger with about 10,000 miles on it. All right, 2019 Ford Ranger XLT. Why I don't have any video of one of these trucks already is beyond me, because I absolutely love these trucks. I am a Toyota guy as much as I am a Ford guy when it comes to these trucks, but I can honestly say I would have one of these Rangers of any trim level over a modern Tacoma for sure, hands down. And I've driven both, and I even own an 86 Toyota pickup, so I can kind of have some rights in saying that. I just love these trucks. I love how they look. I love how they drive. I love the features they can come with. I love how good they are off-road. They've got good power. They've got good fuel economy. There's just a lot to offer with these trucks. Specifically this one with the FX4 and everything, you get the better hand-cooked Dynapros. I also like the kind of black and gray. So you've got your steel bumpers up front here, which are painted to match the grille and the wheels and the rest of the trim here, like you can see around the logo there. I think it looks really good with the black. This truck does have a spray and bed liner, which I'm sure was done here when it was brand new. This one actually is pre-owned. So you've got your tow hitch back here. Pretty typical truck stuff. But what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hop inside. These of course do have the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. So these actually are EcoBoost. You can get mid to high 20s in the fuel economy ratings, but you still have over right around 300 horsepower, I think 350 foot-pounds of torque. So these things greatly outmatch the Toyota Tacoma when it comes to performance numbers, 0 to 60, all that kind of stuff. So now that we're in here, this is one of the favorite things that I love about these. I think these Rangers have an extremely good looking cabin. I like the way everything is laid out in here. I love the placement of the screen. The screen has just enough functionality without feeling like it's too much going on. So as you can see here, this one has a lot of options on it. You can see you can do your climate controls there as well as down below. You've got navigation already equipped on this one. You've got some apps that you can download, like if you want to have like Pandora or Apple CarPlay or things like that, that's where that stuff would live. Of course, most people are just going to use it here with Sirius, or you can change it around and go to like your FM stations and stuff like that. So you've got those options, and then kind of making your way down through here, you've got typical HVAC controls here. You've got lots of little storage pockets and things like that. Down here though is where the Ranger starts to get interesting. So if we kind of zoom in here, so you've got all these buttons and you've got this knob. So what the heck is all this stuff? Well, this is why you want a Ranger. So we'll start with the knob. This is of course your 4-wheel drive selector. So all you got to do is just turn the knob if you want to be in 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or 4-low if you're doing some serious work. And then TM stands for terrain management. So if we press that button, we can see here on the instrument cluster, we can actually change our drive modes to kind of make the truck offer a little bit more performance depending on what we need. So you've got grass, gravel, snow, kind of your wet stuff, or you can put it in mud and ruts. So if you need a little bit more torque or something like that, and then you've got sand. So you've got very different driving modes on there. The rest of the stuff down here is you've got your trailer mode, which is another driving mode. You can turn off your parking sensors. You can turn off traction control. You can lock the center diff electronically. And this is, of course, your auto stop start for the engine. If you don't want to have the engine cut off for your red lights, you can just hit that button there. Now, this button here is another great feature of these Rangers. So you can actually set trail control. And if you're not familiar with trail control is, imagine having cruise control while you're off-road, and that's exactly what it is. So you engage that trail control with using the buttons and everything on here. You set the speed. Let's say you want to go 1 or 2 or 3 miles an hour. It will do that for you. You basically just go hands off the gas, hands off the brake, and if you want to just climb up a little mountain or something like that, it'll do it for you. There's some awesome videos of how that works that are out there, and I would suggest that you watch those if you want to see more about that. But that's a lot of serious off-roading bits inside this, and that's part of the joys of having the FX4 package in these Rangers. You've got your thumb dials here for manually switching between gears if you want to put it in sport mode. If we look over here also, this truck even has the adaptive cruise control. So these buttons here adjust how close or how far you want to be from the vehicle ahead of you. And then just to add more cool stuff on here, this button right here is for the power folding mirrors, which is crazy that a truck of this size has the option for power folding mirrors. So if you're one that has to park in really tight spaces, to get in and out of the garage or whatever else, you have that option on this particular truck here. All right, now we're in the back seat, and this is the only complaint that I ever have about these size trucks in general, is the fact that, you know, even with the seat at a comfortable level for me up front, I can fit back here thanks to the little nook here in the front seat. So I could fit back here, I could ride around on here just fine, but it's definitely not as much room as you might have in like an Escape or something like that. But believe it or not, both the front space and the second row have more room in here than a Tacoma does. Not by much, but by a marginal difference. And when you're 6'3" like me, every little inch counts. But you've got a pretty good, pretty comfortable back seat. I like that it's not just a flat bench. You kind of have the bucket kind of feel when you're sitting in it. And then you've got a pretty well equipped cup holder here slash armrest. So it's pretty decent back here. All right, so that's about all I could really say for this Ranger without going too long form on you. But again, I'm a huge fan of these trucks. This one, again, is a 2019. It's pre-owned with right about, looks like 10,300 miles on it. So this truck is awesome. This was easily a probably $44,000 or $45,000 truck when it was brand new, you know, just a few months ago. And now you can have it with a certified pre-owned warranty for, I believe it's $36,992 or $37,992, but either way, it's right around that $37,000, $38,000 mark, which is a killer deal on one of these trucks. So if you're interested, this is the last one that we have right now. We had one more sitting beside me, but it sold either yesterday or the day before, so it was gone extremely quickly. This makes it the last one. It's very likely that by the time this video makes it online, it might even be gone. So if you're seeing this and you want to drive this truck, you need to get up with me as fast as you can. But thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.